Choosing the wrong diamond shape can make her engagement ring look awkward on her hand. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to pick the best diamond shape for an engagement ring that will flatter her fingers and make her love wearing it every single day. Coming up in this video, you'll learn how to match the perfect diamond shape to her unique finger type, which diamond shapes are most flattering for different finger types, and how to avoid common mistakes that can make the ring look less appealing on her hand, meaning she'll not really love wearing it. And we don't want that, right? This is how I helped this young couple who thought that any diamond would look great on her hand. She loved the round brilliant cut at first, but when she tried it on, her short fingers looked even shorter. It's kind of like trying on a pair of shoes that look great on the shelf, but not so much on your feet. That's happened to me many a time. Am I right? Happened to you? So after guiding her to an oval cut, her hand looked longer and more elegant, and she couldn't stop smiling. That's the goal, and that's the power of choosing the best diamond shape for an engagement ring to perfectly complement her hand. A lot of people don't think about this, but it's super important. Now let's talk about the most popular diamond shapes for an engagement ring. You have the round brilliant cut, which is the classic choice, known for its maximum symmetry and sparkle. Let me tell you that you guys are really lucky these days, since most round brilliant diamonds are cut to very good, to excellent, or even ideal proportions, which really makes that stone blinding. So the round brilliant cut is the go-to for that traditional, timeless look. But remember, it doesn't look great on everyone. For me, round makes my hands look a little thicker, so I prefer a fancy cut like emeralds and ovals, which are more flattering on my particular hands. Then you have those fancy cuts. So what's a fancy cut? Well, it's easy. Fancy is anything other than round. That's it. It's a great choice if you're looking for something a little more unique, and there are plenty of fancy shapes that are their own special personality. You've got princess cuts, which are square, and radiant cut, which can be either square or rectangular, but rectangular is the more preferred. These cuts have a modern, edgy feel to them. Cushion cuts are also square or rectangular, but they have soft, rounded corners, like a pillow, giving a romantic feel. It's kind of a cross between a round and a square. Full cuts, which are still very popular, are a favorite amongst most women because they have a great sparkle, as well as the added advantage that they elongate the fingers and give a delicate, graceful appearance. Anything that makes a woman look skinnier or more flattering is the best choice. Then there are shapes like pear that look like sparkling teardrops, and marquise that have an eye shape. These shapes have a more bold, antique vibe to them. Next are emerald and azure cuts, which have a cutting style called step cut. This means they are cut with only square or rectangular facets, giving large flashes of light instead of twinkling little sparkles of the brilliant cuts. This cutting style creates a sophisticated and elegant look. And lastly, we have the heart shape, which I really wouldn't recommend unless you're really into hearts. It's a pretty specific choice, and you gotta love that heart shape. If you go the fancy route, just be aware that there is no ideal cut, only a preferred shape appeal. Each fancy shape is cut differently, so you should really compare 2 or 3 of the same shape to see what speaks to you with its shape and sparkle. Just like you picked your perfect girl, you need to pick your perfect shape. Now, how do you match these diamond shapes to choose the perfect one for her finger type. Let's break it down. If her fingers are long and slim, you're in luck because most shapes will look great. But round, princess, and cushion cuts are especially nice because they create a balanced, symmetrical, and elegant look. For shorter fingers, you want a shape that elongates the look. So go for oval, pear, or marquee shapes. They'll make her fingers appear longer and more graceful. To balance out wide fingers, smaller round cuts, cushion, and asher cuts work best. They create balance and avoid making the hands look wider. If she has larger knuckles, so this is advice usually for older brides, but just to give you all of the info, you can use the diamond shape to draw attention away from those large knuckles. Elongated shapes like marquee and oval, or even symmetrical shapes like larger round cuts and princess cuts can help soften that look. Now, let's make sure you avoid some common mistakes. First, don't choose a shape just because it's trendy or because the salesperson recommends it. You want a shape that fits her hand, not just the latest fashion. Second, don't ignore her finger proportions. Choosing a shape that highlights features she's self-conscious about, like wider fingers or large knuckles, can make her feel less confident wearing it. So how do you actually test which shape is perfect for her? Try it on in person or online. Start by trying on rings with different diamond shapes in person. It's the easiest way to get started. If that's not an option, use online tools that let you virtually test different shapes on her hand. Observe her style. If you're planning a surprise, pay attention to the jewelry she already wears. Does she have rings with a center stone? What shape is that? That can give you a clue about what she might like. Ask her friends. They know her best and they know her taste pretty well. They might have valuable insight into what she's been eyeing or what she talked about loving to have. Then there's social media clues. Thank God for social media, right? Check out what she's saving or looking at on Pinterest or Instagram. This can be a great way to spot her dream diamond shape without having to ask directly. Lastly, if you can, get her input. If she's particular about jewelry, or maybe she's not a jewelry girl, sometimes it's best to just ask. She might already have strong preferences, and this can make the decision process a lot easier. And who doesn't love less stress, right? So as you can see, choosing the perfect diamond shape isn't just about picking what everyone else has. It's about finding what will complement your soon-to-be fiancé's unique hand and style. Now that you've got a solid understanding of how to choose the right shape, the next step is putting it into action. Watch my next video where I break down how to customize the entire ring setting perfectly from the band to the details that make it truly hers. You don't want to miss this final step to creating the perfect engagement ring she'll love forever.